You're only balanced or not balanced, unbalanced. Okay? So the goal is to balance your system.
Oh, I was wondering what you're talking about. Balance and balance and balance.
That's what illness is.
Okay.
Your system is not balanced. That's why we said there's only one disease, which means there's only one cure. And that one cure is to balance the body.
Okay. To neutralize? That means
If the
something
body
else.
is balanced, that means that all the parts are working in harmony.
Okay.
For a moment, I kind of slipped in a little quiet tone because something came to my mind that I probably might want to say a little later. But nonetheless, just remember this, folks. Our body is the only house we have to live in, okay? And if we don't take care of it, it will tumble down, okay? Parts will fall off and things will enter in. It's like a house without a roof, water comes in. And one without a floor, all kind of vermins will come in, okay? So let nothing enter in. Let's just take care of ourselves. And folks, don't get all caught up in what is happening around you. If we try to remain focused, I was talking with my nephew yesterday, and he was one of these internet sensation. Man, he was an internet sensation. He did business online, and everything was just so groovy. Always online, working, making tons of a whole lot of money. Straight out of high school, And I'm telling you, I was having a good discussion with him yesterday, and he let me know, that I took some time off from social media, and I'm doing meditation now, and I'm going out to exercise, and I just feel the difference in my body. The anxiety is gone. And I said, good for you. At least, he and I have some discussions, and he came in to see me a couple of months ago, and, I'm just grateful that he decided to take a different path so that he has more excellent health, looking good, his skin is beautiful. Hey, folks, that if you're in your house too much all the time, your skin start to build up toxins in it. Yes, it does happen. So call my office.
914-278-9394. 914-278-9394. Ladies and gentlemen, as I've always said, that your friends and your family lives depend on this number. So you need to lock this number in your phone, like what you would call 119 or 911 or 411 or 311. Lock it in your phone, ladies and gentlemen, for any emergency. Not only emergency, but for you to know what is happening in your body, for you to regarding to your past, your present, and your future. Call and schedule an appointment to come in at 914-278-9394.
And there's no other instruments out there better than my own.
Ladies, state of the art, ladies and gentlemen.
Nowhere
else, no medical center, no hospital, nowhere else will you go and find these state of the art equipments. And I can say it without any apology, ladies and gentlemen.
Mr. Walker is right.
Okay,
because,
we have spent money.
A lot of money.
A lot of money, ladies and gentlemen. Look here. What I have to say?
Mr. Walker said we. Anyway, if we're in this together.
Yeah,
so.
I'm one of her investor, because these things, ladies, look, for the little fees that you are charging, folks, cannot buy these instruments, Dr. McLaren.
That's true. That's still.
So say you have to have investors. Like myself.
You're the money man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Radio. Anyway, put all of that aside. But in truth, we have to support each other.
Yes.
Too many folks want to just pray for you. You have to put your hands where your prayer goes. It's very important.
That's what it says? Put your money where you put your...
No, because some people just say, you tell them you have a challenge and they say, I'll pray for you.
Okay.
They need to give you some money for do what you have to do.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
My pastor called it a holy handshake.
Yes.
Yeah, so we have been talking about cancer, and might I remind you folks that cancer is something that can surprise you, not that it happens suddenly, but over time. It's so, you know, I mean, it is such an illness that just takes your breath away, you know. And I took the liberty of looking at the doubling time for different kinds of cancer, but then again, bear in mind that this also bears on your chemistry, depending on your body, because even with couples with certain diseases, you can have one of them have a certain, say, transmitted, sexual transmitted disease, and they might be having regular relationship, and the other one may not show any sign of it. It's like you have stories where two persons, one have AIDS and the other one doesn't, and you wonder why that one doesn't have it and they've been together for so long. It all has to do, the main thing is that the other person probably has, usually the chemistry is different, and if you check it out, sometimes that one person is paying more attention or taking better care of themselves.
Right, in terms of building up their immune system.
Exactly.
So bottom line, that everything right now have to do with your immune system. Every diseases and all of those things.
Everything, because you're talking about your gut, and you're also talking about your blood. And immune system falls on the blood being the transmitter. It carries everything throughout the system, and that's why cancer can spread. You know, I know of a case where the husband passed away. I went to the funeral as well. And the wife was giving us a chronological state of event, the progression that it took her husband to have the cancer, in that they saw a little spot. He went to the doctor under her prompting, he saw a spot. The doctor saw a spot through some scan that they did. And then he decided to do anything at all about it because he was a very busy person. Very, very busy, which so many folks fall in that.
Yes, like us.
Yes. So many folks do that. And because it's only a little speck, they say, no big deal, my body will take care of that. And we're talking about somebody who takes care of themselves. You know, this individual takes care of himself. And she noticed that he started to cough a lot. And the following year, she prompted him again and said, you need to go back to the doctor and check to see what's going on because your cough is getting very thunderous now. When he went, lo and behold, that cancer wasn't just in that little spot. It was all over the body. In a year, folks, in a year. Okay? Anything left unresolved is like having a grudge and you don't resolve it, it can become a big problem. And that's what happened with that. And I like the fact that she was encouraging the folks at the funeral. She was telling them, please, check yourself. Don't take the fact that you might feel good or you're too busy. Take time and check yourself, because if her husband had acted upon what he saw, what the doctor saw, then he probably wouldn't have to attend a funeral. Not so soon anyway, because everyone dies eventually. But then again, he probably would have been able to slow it down rather than suffer over a number of years with it.
So that's what we are talking about, prevention.
Prevention.
Right.
Yes, indeed.
And I just want to inject Dr. McLaren. Mm-hmm. You know, a lot of us slowly killing ourselves.
Indeed, we are.
Not only because of the food that we are eating, the
chemicals that for one, the air is very toxic.
Right.
A lot of people, when I run tests on them and I tell them all the different microbes, I show them all the different microbes. Microbes are living organisms like bacteria, virus, protozoa.
Right.
You have the elements, they call them worms or parasites, and fungi, fungus, mold.
Okay.
All those things, our tool is able to tell you that is in your body.
And that is coming from the atmosphere.
And a lot of it is not that people are doing things bad. A lot of it enters the body through their environment, their environment. Sick workplace.
Sick building.
Yes, that's the place. That's the right word. Sick building. In your very own home as well.
Can be a sick house too.
You know what I mean? In general, around people who do a lot of toxic stuff, people work with a lot of chemicals and all that kind of stuff. You know
And
what I mean? Hazardous job like
sometimes it's just
carpentry.
the mold and those
Yeah.
poisonous thing, what they call
Asbestos and so forth.
and those things. Sometimes it's in the wall, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
But that's not what I'm getting at, Dr. McLean. Some of us, we hold grudges.
Yeah, of course.
And
Oh, yes.
and that kills us slowly.
But guess
some
what,
of
Mr.
us some of us hate people or dislike people or don't love people, and that also ages.
Yeah,
and
emotional state.
Those things you can even develop cancer, develop
Mr. Walker,
disease,
you're going
ladies
into
and gentlemen.
When I do my PhD, that was one of my papers.
Oh, you serious?
Yes, on emotional state, how it affects your
Okay.
health and it can cause disease.
I just want my people
Yes.
to know
Yes.
that the working class people to know that that is something that can contribute, because you can be eating right, you can be drinking right, you're in the right environment, but you just don't love. Love is very important, ladies and
Oh, yes.
gentlemen.
Yes.
That can kill you slowly when you do not love yourself and you do not love your brothers and sisters.
Yes, bad mind and grudgeful people them.
No, Jesus, Dr.
No, that
Mata.
is, we're talking about health. You
Right.
kill
All
yourself.
right. Okay,
You know what I mean?
right.
You kill yourself eating away your brain because you're mad at somebody for something that they might know you're mad at them for. You know?
And sometimes them know too, and it's something that is easily to resolve.
Some people curse the other drivers on the road and don't realize that the driver that they're cursing don't even know that them exist.
That is me. I curse a lot on the road. When I say I curse a lot, not necessarily what
Bad
we
word.
Jamaican know as indecent language or bad
You
word.
say it's idiot that man.
Yeah, man. I said, what's a idiot there now? And all them things there. I said, what kind of, I mean, a curse, you know, me just, and the person
Work
not
up
even
yourself.
hearing me, you know. Sometimes I all want to put up my finger to, you know, but as
You want to put up your finger and say, excuse me?
I want to say, excuse me.
Anyway. But this is serious, folks. It might sound simple, but sometimes these are the things that's eating us away. You know what I mean? And it's like if you are ill and you are angry, because I've seen some people, they're ill and they blame the whole world for them illness.
Yes.
And then they realize that them killing themselves, them on them deathbed, and them eating up themselves about other people. And this one to come look for me, and that one to come look for me, and make them mind their own business and all that kind of stuff. And I know, so you kill yourself. Call my office.
914-278-9394. 914-278-9394. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now fall. What you call it?
It's season just changing.
The season just changing, ladies and gentlemen. And have you been listening to what the media, the pharmaceutical industry, the WHO, and all of those people talking about what's going to happen this fall? Now is the time for you to call 914-278-9394 and come and check up on yourself.
But you know, you can't even talk about fall now, because even in summer, with this thing that is affecting the whole world,
You're
even in
talking
the
about the
summertime,
pandemic.
yes, even that was affecting. So it's like season never make a difference for this thing to be raging.
And that's
so
one of the
we have
things.
to take season out of it now. Although they try to make you think it's all about fear.
I think, yes, that's one of the things, because you know one of the things that I noticed, that and this might be a little education for some of you that are listening to us right now, although I know that majority of you are very intelligent people, you are well informed and so forth, and that's the reason why some of you end up making certain decisions. All right, do you know, and this is statistic that have been going on, this is fact that you get out there, almost 800,000 people, ladies and gentlemen, every single year before this pandemic normally died from flu-related symptom. That means to say it could be the flu, it could be something that leads up or whatever.
Any kind of respiratory in general.
Almost 800,000 people. And then what about the heart attack? What about the different type of diseases? What about, and what I noticed though, and that this is what kind of frustrates me a lot, that nobody die from flu-related symptom anymore. Nobody dying from no other form of diseases.
That is reported.
It's
not made public.
Why are these? You understand? It's only one thing that people are dying for dying from these days.
This past year.
For the going 2 years now is only one thing. Ladies and gentlemen, intelligent people like yourself. I know the working class. You are the most intelligent set of people on the face of the earth. You want to me say you don't look into these things? By the way, Dr. McLaren, continue to talk about your cancer because time is really running away from us.
Let me tell you, folks. Remember, a healthy man has more than 1,000 wishes, and a sick man has only one, and that one is to live. So, cancer has been the subject for us, for myself. Each time I get on the air, I've been talking about the various types of cancer. And actually, I was supposed to be talking about uterine today. But sometimes, like the pastor say, the spirit...
Let it flow.
Yeah, let it flow. The spirit just take a different turn.
Because on that same note to Dr. McLean, one of the things that I noticed just within the past year or so is that there's an increase of people getting cancer now.
Yes.
Cancer-related things.
Yes.
And I heard that it contributes to the pandemic. I said the pandemic. I didn't say anything else. I said it's related to the pandemic.
Well, some doctors are saying that the cancer. I heard one doctor saying that within a 2-week span, his clients that he had before certain things happened suddenly are showing signs of cancer, and they never.
You're talking about those that get the joke?
Yeah, the one that will get the joke.
Okay, right. I mean, look.
So because the immune system was never protected, and people don't continue to take care of themselves. They don't think that, like some people take medication, think that's the end of it. I don't have to think about taking care of myself anymore. It's the same thing with that shot that people are taking. They think that it is a solution to everything, but it's not. Okay? But cancer can double over time, rapidly. And I have a little bit of information here about doubling time for cancers. And if you look at people who have colorectal cancer, which is colon cancer, that can double in, the statistics shows that, colorectal, which is colon.
Okay.
And that goes right to the rectum. Okay, anyway. 92 to 1,032 days. So depending on your chemistry, it can double fast or a little timely, okay? So that is for people who have colorectal cancer. For breast cancer, that one have an average of 212 days. However, it ranges from 44 days to 1,300 plus days. Again, chemistry plays a major role. How do you take care of yourself? What are you exposed to? What kind of work do you do? Where do you go most frequently? Do you exercise? Do you drink enough water? Do you go to bed on time? All those things play a role in how well your body cope or protect you. And prostate, wow, that one double very, very fast.
Oh, boy.
In most cases. And some of them take up to 4 years, but it can double, according to the information, 1.2 months to 4 years. So last month, whatever date that was to this month, the same date as last month, the same day as last month, you, depending on your chemistry, can have that discovered cancer doubling. And then next month, that 30 days from now, it double again. So if it was 4 centimeter last time, this time it's maybe 8 centimeter, then next time it's 12 centimeter. You know what I mean? So it depends a lot on the chemistry. All right? So we have to take care of ourselves, and it's also important for you to understand that nighttime is a time when most things regenerate.
Okay.
Either you get well when you're sleeping, or you get sicker when you're sleeping. And that also have a lot to do with your lifestyle, diet, and exercise. So they have shown that cancer grow much, much faster during the night. Yeah.
So ladies and gentlemen, if you want to know what is your chemistry, your blood type, I'm not talking about the blood type like A, O, and those things now. Mm-hmm. But the chemistry your blood type, ladies and gentlemen.
Is it dirty or clean? Is it loaded with nutrients, stuff that can oxidize pathogens? Does it have, enough fluidity? Does
fungus?
Yes. Does it?
Worms?
Right. What is the state of your blood? Folks, at McLaren's, we have the tools that can give you those information. We can have you see exactly what your very blood look like in the physical state.
Straight up, without putting dye or solution in it.
You get to see all the activity in your blood. That's one modality. Then we have another modality where we get to look at the energy field in the body, so we can pinpoint through magnetic resonance the imbalances that your body projects. And then we have the biofeedback device that does, that's another kind of modality that actually goes in and measure every little detail. So if, for example, it's zoning on your liver, it look at the side, the front, the back, the lining, the inside, up, down, across, wherever, on that one organ, okay? And if any other gland or so, the same thing. Your blood, it look at it at all different sides, and then it measures. Because you can have a tumor, say, example, in the breast, and they do a biopsy, and they, whatever instrument they use, it depends on where that tumor is. They might just go in and take out some tissue that is very healthy, when actually that might be on the left side, but the tumor might be on the right side. But because they didn't prick the right side, they don't know that it's not exactly healthy, because, it doesn't have to be in all of the breast. And that's how these things work. So that's why sometimes they will say you're fine, and then later on you realize that you're not fine. That's because when they did the biopsy, they took out the healthy flesh, or the specimen, the healthy part. They didn't go into the unhealthy part because they didn't know exactly where the problem was.
And that's where you have
so it's like a gamble.
Misdiagnosed.
Yes, exactly.
Because they missed the bad here, and then give you what? A different diagnosis.
And then that has to do with the tools that they have to work with. But at McLaren's, our tools don't make mistakes. We give you detailed information that can tell us what you went through, yes, what you're going through,
and what
the end result will be.
And
all right.
And one of the newest equipment, ladies and gentlemen, is one that will penetrate your body and energize.
Oh, I didn't talk about that.
Energize every cells. Can you imagine?
Into the mitochondria and energize the cells. You know what I mean? So, folks,
I just listen to that word, Michael what? Michael what, Dr.
Mitochondria. That's inside of each cell.
I just feel hungry right away.
Yeah, so we have an instrument that actually you sit down, I will bathe you in red light, and it penetrates all the cells of the body and energize them,
right,
so that
Dr.
they can heal. I feel excited.
Let these people just call. And
all right,
ladies and gentlemen, you want to have all of those experience? 914-278-9394. 914-278-9394. Those of you that are watching us or listening to us out of the country, out of the United States, you have friends and family here, you can tell them to call 914-278-9394, especially if these are some of the people that you love. These are some of the people that have been supporting you, have been helping you, sending you money, when they come and look for you, and you love them, you care for them, and you want to make sure that them continue to live and stay healthy, that them can continue to support you, and then when them retire, them can come back home. Call 914-278-9394. 914-278-9394. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been listening to Straight Talk with Dr. Judith McLaren and the Money Talk Radio Show platform. For those of you that have been tuning in, just continue to listen to us. Continue not only to listen, ladies and gentlemen, because this is really not a fan club, but you can download our app, the Money Talk Radio app, and you can be able to listen to us wherever you are, whichever country you are, and even when you are out of the tri-state area and so forth, you can continue to listen to us. So call 914-278-9394, or you can call McLaren's Age Reversing Wellness Center at 914-278-9394. 9394 to schedule an appointment to come in to see Dr. Judith McLaren. Or you can go to the website McLaren's wellness.com. McLaren's with a S, wellness.com. McLaren's with a S, wellness.com.
Or Google McLaren's.
Google McLaren's Wellness Center, Age Reversing Wellness Center, and you will see and get more information. You can actually schedule. Can they schedule appointment online, Dr. McLaren?
We're trying to fine-tune that.
Okay, that is being fine-tuned. But the number to call is 914-278-9394. Any final word?
You can't treat what you don't know. And the name of your disease is not the cause of your disease. That's all I have to say.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we are just going to take a little break, maybe a 5-second break, because you can't really take long break right now, because sometimes when you're ready to play the music, all of a sudden you start to go through censorship and all of those things. So I can only take maybe about a 30-second break. So look, I'll be back to talk to you guys about the IUL Retirement Savings Program, the funeral expense, and Delta Shield and Delta Legal Services. These are just the 3 topics that we are going to be talking about, ladies and gentlemen. And we are talking about those of you that would like to visit Jamaica, are planning to visit Jamaica, are already made some arrangement to visit Jamaica. Not only Jamaica, ladies and gentlemen, but
right now,
yes, that's where
you have to start one place at a time.
Okay, Dr. McLaren. So we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. So stay tuned. Yes, you see how that break was short. I just want to stay on social media, ladies and gentlemen. So we're trying to work with the program. So, ladies and gentlemen, you have been just listening to Dr. Judith McLaren from McLaren's Age Reversing Wellness Center, speaking about the different equipments.
Mm-hmm. And the painstaking experience of having cancer.
Right.
So now we're going to talk about the money that can take care of all of that.
So here, listen to us now. When you have good health, you're going to need money. Mm-hmm. And if you have money and you don't have good health, it's a challenge. It's a problem. So they work hand in hand.
Yep.
So health and wealth. So here what happened. Over the years, ladies and gentlemen, we have gone to a lot of different schools. We have gone to from basic school to and there's another, what they call it?
Primary or elementary.
Basic what you call it before, whatever. That for me, basic, primary school, secondary or high school, and then college. But none of us have learned, even up to now, the school system, the educational system, ladies and gentlemen, still don't come to grips of what can really help us. None of them is teaching us how money works, how to
harness the power
of wealth and money. Mm-hmm. And that is one of the reasons why most of us, we make some very foolish mistake in terms of the way that we handle the money, way that we spend money. Because for the working class, when money comes into our surrounding or in our community, it goes out within one day,
yes.
Basically, or should I say,
it
disappears. Like the same way it comes in, it just disappears. But do you know that in the Asian and the Jews community, the Asian or the Caucasian community, mostly like for the Jews community, their money circulate roughly about 20 times.
Yeah, so they keep it among
before
themselves,
it goes
they invest
out.
And reinvest, and they use it right.
Yes.
But then, there's a saying among those very same people, they say it about the colored man. They say that they wear their money instead of using it to better their lives.
They wear it and they eat it.
Yeah, they wear their money, so they have to show off.
Yeah.
And that's not a good thing, folks. We need to pull up our socks now. We need to pull up our socks and paint a different picture. Think about our future. People think about their future. Don't squander their funds. They use it on themselves. And they also, when I say on themselves, I mean like for wellness, for keeping themselves healthy and their family healthy. And also to invest.
And to prepare for, to build up
for
the future and the generational legacy. So I'm just going to spend a few minutes to talk about the IUL Retirement Savings Program. Because for most of you that are tuning in for the very first time, those of you that have been listening to us for years now, years, months, weeks, or days, this is the only radio station or radio platform or radio show, ladies and gentlemen, that you heard anything like this. We are the first one to bring this in our community and to talk to people about IUL Retirement Savings Program. Because first of all, the first time we start talking about it, most of you may curse the hell out of us because you have never heard that before.
And they say it couldn't be, it's a scam.
It's a scam because here what happened.
Scam doesn't last.
And here what happened, ladies and gentlemen. I sometimes really have to forgive them, Dr. McLaren, because here what happened. How can you be living into a country, or you're born in this country, and you have never heard about a product that can be able to, that is good for you, that can be able to change your lives and change your generation life, and you're born in it? This company, this product that we are talking about, ladies and gentlemen, have been around for over 100 years. The company that we are associated with is 100 and almost 80 years old company. 180 years. You understand? So these are not fly-by-night companies or programs.
They have stability.
Living Benefit was instituted in 1937. That means a long time before most of you that are listening to us right now were born. You understand? But yet, so this is what most of those other nationalities have been using for years to build generational legacy. They talk about the $1 million baby. They talk about the IUL retirement program. Ladies and gentlemen, and listen to how this works. The IUL, it have 5 different benefits, and as a matter of fact, it maybe have 6 different benefits. It have a savings vehicle that can give you up to 15% interest on your money. Tell me where else out there right now, any banks, credit union, 401k, mutual fund, IRA, just call any of those places. The only place that out there that can maybe give you that interest rate is Wall Street. And what happened with Wall Street? It goes up today and it goes down tomorrow.
It's
unpredictable. But I'm telling you about a place that when you put your money is protected from bankruptcy, from judgment, from lawsuit, from divorce, from IRS. Not even the big bad IRS can touch your money, ladies and gentlemen, when you have your money into an index universal life. That's how powerful it is. And the $1 million baby.
Actually, the one that we talk about, because a lot of companies offer index universal life, but they don't give you
our IUL. Because we are the originator, and that's one of the reasons why, ladies and gentlemen, because you can get an IUL from some other companies out there, but what happened, they only come with maybe 1, 2 or so forth. You have to buy riders to make up, and it can be very expensive.
You have to pay extra for those
and
benefits.
You have to pay extra. But when you get our IUL, it comes with 5 different benefits. So the savings that I was just talking about that give you up to 15% interest rate and your money is protected is like a vehicle, a fly with your money. You understand? Then, of course, it have the living benefit. And this is the way the living benefit works, ladies and gentlemen. If you have an accident, a minor sickness, moderate, chronic, critical, or terminal, you can get thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars that you did not put in. And this is in a lump sum form, ladies and gentlemen, and I give you an idea what I'm talking about. If you have a face value for $500,000, and as soon as you get approved, So you have to get approved now. This is not something that you just come and open something and you do like you go and open a bank account and so forth. They do a physical on you. But when you get approved, and if your face value is saying 500,000, and you pay maybe 1, 2, or 3, or you have a couple payment, and you should get sick in one of these qualifying events, ladies and gentlemen, one out of these qualifying events, you can get roughly almost $500,000 lump sum. This is the only life insurance that pays money while you are alive. Every other life insurance out there, like term life, whole life, universal life, flexible life, variable life, whatever life you call them, you have to die first. Somebody say you have to dead first before anybody make any money from that. So ladies and gentlemen, why would you continue to have those policies inside of your house?
Non-functional.
They are non-functional, and at the same time, most of them, something happen. You cannot access your money while you are alive.
And you'll be able to see it.
You understand? Only with the IUL that works, ladies and gentlemen. So call 646-688-5554. 646-688-5554. 646-688-5554. If you want to get more information, are you ready to open your IUL? And now, ladies and gentlemen, when you call, somebody will be ready to sign you up. Because remember, you don't have to take out any money out of your pocket today.
And then also remember that some policies are changing because of the current
pandemic situation.
People are in long haul,
and I have to just
and their medical records are showing information that can disqualify them from qualifying.
Okay, so here what happened now. This virus that is going around, they are working. You see, the insurance company and the big guys, them always look a way to escape.
The industry.
You understand? That's how the financial industry, it is run by the 1 or 2%. And them always leave the burden on us, the working class. So they are working on something now, ladies and gentlemen, to make this virus and any other virus becomes what you call pre-existing
condition
that means
or
to
a handicap.
That means to say some of you that had the virus are going to get it, whether it's the Delta or whatever you call it, ladies and gentlemen. I want to stop spoil up my name here, the Delta business. All right, so so I'm talking about Delta Shield right now, right? So here what happened. So you need to jump on board now before that law put into place, where now you will not be able to afford to buy any form of insurance, because that will be considered
out of your reach.
Out of your reach, ladies and gentlemen. So to continue, so that was the living benefit. Then we have the long-term care, and everybody will get old one day. Everybody's gonna get old one day, ladies and gentlemen. Reach to what you get sick, where you are not able to do the regular
daily act
of living, your daily chores. And then that is where the living benefit comes. So this is another way you can access your money while you are alive.
So if you can't bathe yourself, if you have incontinence, if you can't feed yourself,
if your hand
if you
just
can't
not
move
working,
your hand, you can't get up off your bed, those things qualify you to benefit.
If you reach old age.
And also that.
You understand? You're sick and you just cannot move anymore. The living benefit comes, so you can have money coming to you on a monthly basis to pay your bills, to pay your nurses to take care of you, and to take care of your expenses while you are alive.
Yep.
And then, of course, the savings that you have in place that have been running over the years, ladies and gentlemen, you can turn that into what you call income for life. So 4 different levels of this plan, you can access your money while you are alive. And this is the only part now that you will not
see your family dancing
is the death benefit now. So it comes with a death benefit that if you die, your family will be able to get that, and that's how you can use it to build generational legacy. You can also use some of the money that you get early on to start to prepare yourself and build a generational legacy. And from the death benefit and for whatever amount of savings you still have, then you can be able to, your beneficiaries will be able to collect that, ladies and gentlemen.
Mr. Walker, it looks so good when you have a loved one that passed and you can bury them just like the Jews in a few days. The Muslims, they bury their people in just a few days.
Even if you keep them, Dr. McLaren. But you have money coming.
You have money
not
coming.
Not like a lot of these deadbeat people that I saw die. They're them deadbeat, yes.
Why would you say them deadbeat?
Yeah, because them not leave nothing to give them family.
Oh, yeah, true.
And them family have to go borrow money from people. Yes. To bury them. Like if those were if that was my father, look here.
Don't tell me you're gonna make them rat.
What? Them would stay right in that hospital there. I'm not coming for them.
Well, the government will bury them.
Let the government bury them. You want to tell me that you bring me into this world and you did not leave a legacy for me, and you have been listening to Mr. Walker and different people talking about the IUL.
Yes,
retirement saving, and you die. I like some of them, because some of them I get calls from their family to say, yes, Mr. Walker, I know my husband have been listening to you, and he said that he was going to go open an account.
And now he's dead.
Now he's dead. Oh, that's the Mr. I'm sorry, lady. I'm sorry, son.
Children,
the children.
It didn't come true for you.
It did not come true for you. Do you know how many of those calls I've gotten? But here what happened, I've gotten some good ones.
Yeah, that's true.
That said, oh, Mr. Walker, thank you so much. And the thanks some of our agents and so Daddy pass, Ozzy pass, and our mommy pass, and what? We are so grateful that they have the IUL.
We can go pay them on a house now.
Them can buy a house cash.
Yes.
Some people get almost up to $1 million, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, what happened?
So your future look bright.
So why don't you be in that category, ladies and gentlemen? Leave that legacy for your loved ones. And for those children and spouses that are listening to us right now, if you have such person in your life, have them give us a call at 646-688-5554. 646-688-5554, and that is the IUL, ladies and gentlemen. To get more information or to sign up for it, call 646-688-5554. So I think we are basically
doing good. You're doing good.
I'm doing good. I'm holding good time too, right? All right. So that was the IUL call. Open an account today, ladies and gentlemen.
646-688-5554.
Okay. So I will be only spending 1 minute on this funeral expense plan.
Not an insurance.
And I want you guys not to get this twisted, because sometimes you call and you said you're calling about the insurance and the funeral. Yeah, two different things, ladies and gentlemen. The funeral expense is good. Like I have it. I have the IUL and I have the funeral expense plan. But this is where the funeral expense plan were. For all of us that have family members that are especially overseas, like in the Caribbean and South America, we have family members that we know that if they die, we have to take out money out of our pocket to bury them or to contribute and so forth. So this is where the funeral expense plan now. So when you open it for yourself, you can be able to add 6 other family members to that one plan, and they don't have to be living in the United States, or they don't have to have a U.S. status.
Yep.
Only you need to have a U.S. status. And even if you're out of the country right now and you have that U.S. status, you can still open that funeral expense plan, and even the IUL too. So to get more information on the funeral expense plan, and it's only $50 per month, ladies and gentlemen, or $75 a month, depends on what state you are living in. New York and Florida, I know it's $50 a month. To be frank, I promote it, I talk about it, but I am not sure which one of the states have the $50, otherwise $75.
Until honestly looking at the list.
You just need to call, and you will be able to get that information at 646 646-688-5554. 646-688-5554. 646-688-5554. And just tell them that you heard it on the Money Talk Radio show with Dr. McLaren and
Mr. Walker.
And Mr. Walker. I was going to say Dr. Walker, but yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, so that was the funeral expense plan we just finished talking about. So,
something coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, yes, I know a lot of you have been listening to us over the years. And I am one of them that really love my country. I was born in Jamaica, in Clarendon, in Lodge Green. And it's saddened to see, to hear what is going on with our country. How our country is being messed up. Totally, the government.
Wrong people in charge.
The government, both JLP and PMP, none of them don't make no sense.
But you know that them having a third party now that look like them really, really, really ready to go.
Well,
what, the UIC?
What they call it?
The UIC, I think the name is.
Okay.
I actually listened to an interview with the president of that one.
I would really like to meet them. Because let me tell you something. For those of you that are from Jamaica, that are living in Jamaica, whether you're PMP or you're JLP, I don't care right now. You understand? The way that our country is being run is not running properly. And whether you take out the JLP and you put in the PMP, none of them don't make sense because
they're still in slavery.
Look here, we are still, the country is still running under the colonial system. And all of this thing, and everybody is looking out for themselves.
And they're all puppets.
So here what happened? We need change. So here what happened? So because we know, so we love the country. I know a lot of us actually decide to go to other state. We buy our house and we decide we are going to retire in other states.
In the US, you're talking?
In the US. And some of us even going to other countries. I mean, I don't know if anything wrong with that as long as it's in the Caribbean. But it makes sense that when you finish working and you spend all of this time overseas, you should be going back home to really retire in your country that you are from. But one of the things that are really affecting our country is the crime,
the disorganized state,
and the government
leadership,
and leadership, and none of these people have any clue or the ambition to really deal with it. Because the more the country is in situation like it is, the more they capitalize on it.
Yes.
You understand?
The harder it get for the people.
The harder it get, because they are killing small business and they are making the working class poorer and poorer every day. And that's what I am seeing in my country. But I know all of us that are overseas, ladies and gentlemen, from what we call the diaspora,
you're right.
We can actually contribute to big changes. We can actually do things about it. And Delta Shield is one of the companies that I'm associated with. This company, along with a group of builders, contractors, same thing, investors, engineers, bankers, and people of like-mindedness decide to do some things regarding to all of what is happening in Jamaica and the Caribbean, we are going to be coming across the Caribbean as soon as everything is properly set up in Jamaica. That we are going to help the government if they are interested.
And help provide jobs too.
To deal with the crime and the violence, and help to provide jobs.
And homes.
And homes for the people of Jamaica. And one of the area that we are going to be working in, and this is especially for those of you, ladies and gentlemen, that are living overseas, that want to go back home, and you are wondering how to do that. We are going to be working on, in collaboration with all of these different attorneys and builders and everybody, in gated community, low-income properties on the North Coast, ladies and gentlemen. You have an opportunity right now to become a part of that. That is really awesome. And the reason why I am not talking too much more about it, because we are in the development stage. Mm-hmm. You understand? Within the next couple of months, a lot of these, it will come into. It will materialize. Mm-hmm. So, of course, one of the projects that we were talking about for the past couple of months now, it was only 100 properties, and all of those are sold out. And there were no low-income properties in there. Properties were selling as far as up to $500,000, ladies and gentlemen, and at the same, they sold out. So I am saying to you right now, for those of you that are looking to get a property on the North Coast, you need to start calling from now. We are in another phase of about 300 properties. So you need to call if you want to be in that. And then after that, there's another 2,000 property. You need to call now because they are running like hot bread.
Lots of interest.
And ladies and gentlemen, so for those of you that are planning to travel, to go to Jamaica or wherever, you can be picked up at the airport also with a legal, with transportation will be provided. Legal, Dr. McLean, what happened? You know what happened?
You talk too slow, Mr. Walker.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, all you need to do to get more information on what I'm talking about with
646
oh my God,
688-5554. I'm just talking slow.
All right, so yeah, what happened? To hear more about the Delta Shield and all of what Delta Shield have to offer, call 646-688-5554. If you really want to go back home and to have that peace of mind, and you don't have to worry about friends and family or where to go or where to travel, a legal firearm people will meet you at the airport with transportation. Security we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen.
Take you wherever you want to go.
Wherever you want to go. Just continue to listen to our program, and you will hear a whole lot more information as the things kind of develop a little bit more. And if you realize that I'm a little bit hesitant to talk about certain things because they are in the work, we are in the things that are being worked on, and I don't really want to say too much on it. But within the next couple of weeks, when I return. When I return, ladies and gentlemen, you will hear a whole lot more information. So be blessed until we meet again.
Indeed, indeed.
Indeed, indeed.
Buso wami awukholana ilondoloze zuhambe nami dawo yami ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze zuhambe nami. Jerusalema ikhaya lami ilondoloze